Hey guys, it's Tony. I know I haven't posted in a while a video on DogeCoin and stuff, but I did want to make a quick TA and where I think where we've gone in the past, where we've gone like mid history, and then also where I think we're actually headed the next like 2 weeks or so. Um, so I think a couple weeks ago, or like a week or two ago, I actually said that I just looking at TA. I did think that Bitcoin was gonna break that $50,000 mark, and we did. We broke it immediately after Tesla. I mean, even if Tesla didn't actually purchase any Bitcoin, I still think TA wise, it was strong enough, headed towards the upside for that 50K break, right? And we did. It broke. Of course, that's definitely, it was definitely broken because Tesla bought in with their $1.5 billion purchase, right? So that definitely grew Bitcoin to that 50K mark with all the hype, with all the promotion, with everybody in like the news and stuff, basically, coming down to Bitcoin as like, oh, this is officially stable. Tesla's eventually going to accept Bitcoin as payment, and a bunch of other institutions and companies and corporations actually started buying in, right? But apart from that, I think that kind of solidifies, crypto as a whole, right? And why I think that we do have a very strong movement towards the upside on DogeCoin right now. So last time, when certain things happen, for Doge, let me see if I can push this one up to the front. There you go. So last time, we actually had movements on the stochastic. We went from what is it, 0.007 all the way up towards 7 cents, and it was an increase of around 6 cents, right? The next time we actually had a cross on the stochastic, where we are right now, because if you guys can see, we're actually about to cross the stoke towards the upside, right? The last time that happened was actually here, was back in January 27th, and then again we crossed it February 3rd, and I do think we're going to cross it again within the next 2 weeks. So just kind of stating out there, exactly what I think is going to happen. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to click. Double click here. I do think that within the next 2 weeks, Dogecoin is going to break 10 cents and possibly touch 11 cents. That's what I think is going to happen within the next 2 weeks. And I think I'm going to call it officially right now. I think that's going to be my next big forecast for Dogecoin, that it's going to break 10 cents within the next 2 weeks. And I think there's statistically, I think there's like a 90% chance of this happening, right? Unless there's like a huge sell-off of all crypto everywhere, right? But I think I'm calling it right now. I do think that Dogecoin is going to break 10 cents in the next 2 weeks, and I do think it's going to rally more towards like the 11 cent mark, right? Just strictly looking at TA, where the stochastic is right now, and where the MACD movement is actually going towards, right? So on the day chart, we can actually see that bearish movement is dying. Like, bearish movement has been dying. It started dying back in February 18th, right? Which was what, like 3 days ago? You guys can see bearish movement sort of kind of died down a little bit here, and then also again today. So it is headed back towards the upside. We don't know how long it's going to take, which is why I'm giving that forecast of 2 weeks or so, right? But the good thing is that the stochastic is actually creating a big bottom for Dogecoin right here, and I think that as long as, the fact that Bitcoin is over, I think like $57,000 right now is kind of not surprising. It's more so surprising that Dogecoin is still, trading around this area, as opposed to trading, closer and following the movement of Bitcoin, right? So I do think that following Bitcoin, I do think that that Doge is headed for an upwards movement, right? So I cleaned up the chart a little bit just to kind of show you guys. But the last time we crossed the stoke, we actually shot up from here to here, and then again we did it from here to 8 cents, and then I think it's going to happen again. I do think that after we cross the stoke, it's going to be, the cross is going to happen within here, and I do think the next time we actually cross it, we're going to end up somewhere at 11 cents. But I do think we're going to break that 10 cent barrier. I do think we're going to break it 100%. And this is basically just off of TA, right? Even on the fibs, we've been pretty stable above the trend line, and every single time it actually crosses down on the bottom of that trend line, all it is just a wick. It's a wick, right? There's no full candle that actually gets created on the bottom of this Fibonacci trend line, right? So let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. But you can see here, it's following the trend line, right? Yeah, we are going down. The trend right now is following down, But every single time it crosses over on the bottom, it's all wicks, right? It's all wicks. There's no full day candle that actually gets created on the bottom of this trend line, which is what we're looking for right now. And even right now, just regular market structure, right? Regular market structure is it's the lowest here, and then it's a higher low up here, and then it's a lower high, or what is it called? It's the high right here, the lowest high, and then the lowest low, and then a higher low gets created here, and then another higher low gets created here, and a higher high gets created up here, right? So I do think that it's following regular market structure, down up here, higher low, higher high, higher low, and I do think that next higher high is going to be created sort of around this range, right? So it does look like it's going to be following that, maybe even higher. Maybe it might even go all the way up towards, let me see, so it does look like it's following some sort of, basic pattern, right? But I do think that the next stop for us is going to be 11 cents. I do think that I'm calling it now. I do think that Doggy is probably going to hit 11 cents within the next 2 weeks. At least from what I can see on the TA, that's what it's showing me, right? And then even on volume right now, the volume is absolutely huge too. Let me see if we can see anything on the month chart. So yeah, so volume on the month chart, volume has never been this high. We're actually at all-time high volume right now for DogeCoin. Like, we've never been this high as far as volume goes, which is absolutely insane. And the thing is though, like, everybody's saying like, oh, like the volume is already, it's the highest it's ever been. It's the highest it's ever been. I still think that there's so much more volume that can come in to DogeCoin right now, as far as like how many people can actually like come in, and actually trade and stuff. So I do think that it's still to the upside. I still think we're going towards the upside. Like I'm 100% bullish right now on DogeCoin. My full forecast for the next 2 weeks is that we're more than likely going to cross that 10-cent barrier, and we're going to end up somewhere at 11 cents at that higher high, possibly even higher. We might even touch 14 cents if there's a lot of bullish momentum, right? There's a lot of bullish momentum, which I definitely think can happen. But as of right now, like I said, we are following that Fibonacci trend on the bottom side. We keep going down, we keep creating wicks on the bottom of this trend, but there's no candles, right? And then as far as market structure, we're creating these lower lows right here, lower low, and then a higher low, and then the higher low is right here, and then the higher high, and then the next higher high that gets created, I think is actually going to be in that 11-cent range, right? And the stochastic is officially, it's supporting it 100% by creating bottoms, and then also the MACD is definitely headed still down, but bearish momentum is dying. So I think as of right now, officially, I will be calling it. I do think that DogeCoin is going to hit 11 cents within the next 2 weeks. Or around that range, but I do think we are going to break that 10-cent barrier sometime within the next month, 100%. I do think that that's what's going to happen. So I just wanted to update you guys. If you guys like the video and enjoy my content, please like the video. Obviously, I think everybody's seeing it on my YouTube because I've been talking for a very long time. So if you guys can like the video, to have the algorithm push like my video to everybody else and everybody else can see and stuff, that'd be fantastic. But thanks guys for all the support. Thank you guys for everything. Just wanted to update you guys on DogeCoin, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend.